All right, what up, y'all? Welcome back to another installment of Quarantine League, brought to you as always by City League, and yours truly, your host Lasercat here. Hope you've been keeping up with all of the exciting City League, Q League, uh, Darts Atlas updates over the last week. In case you missed it, podcast interview came out on Tuesday, I think it was, with Inside the WDF. Andrew Sinclair and I had a nice long chat. He asked a couple questions. I talked for a lot. In that, we had a couple of announcements. Junior League Darts offering an all expenses paid trip for two to New York City next June for the U.S. Darts Masters and the Bet365 PDC World Series of Darts. That's exciting. We need 50 high schools in the United States to sign up with official school clubs, and that prize will be on offer. Speaking of Junior League, Mike Gilligan here. It's going to be the first representing the first school that will be part of that system from Cedar Creek High School in Bastrop, Texas. Mike leading the charge here for the Junior League Darts. So very excited to have Bastrop on board here. Hoping to get some folks here in Austin signed up as well before the end of the year. All you need to do is play just get a club signed up for next year, for next academic year, and your school will be eligible for that giveaway for one of the players. But we're not here to talk about juniors. We're here to talk about Quarantine League. So what do we got here? Standings for you. So you see Gilligan here in that second spot, Dave down in 7. Still potential playoff opportunities for him, but Mike's trying to keep in that 2 seed 2-1 area. He does have a match in hand here over Roger King, so with this could join Raj. Well, won't join him on the leg diff. But at least in the points could join him with 13 at the top of the table if he's able to take both points for this match here. We'll go back to the previews, look at some of these numbers, not too far off. So mathematically, the averages are pretty comparable. Power scoring, however, significantly favoring Mr. Gilligan there on the left side of your board, the proverbial home player. I'll bring up the player cams here. Pretty sure the players have corked, and they should be ready to go, guys. If you are good, then go ahead and shoot them well. Game on.
All right, sure.
Sure will. $95.
I almost forgot to mute myself from the call. That would have not been good, though I'm sure that both of these players would have told me immediately. They know they should not be hearing me when it's game on.
41.
So very excited for Gilligan to start leading the charge here with the Junior League, like I was talking about. He's been excited about this for quite a while. In fact, he's got some pretty fancy plans
45.
in store for the Cedar Creek High School dart setup. So I think we'll probably start working on that just as soon as the term ends. Mike is
85.
a shop teacher there, a master woodworker. So you can imagine the sort of stuff that he can put out there as far as fabricating nice akis and stands and backboards and all sorts of crazy stuff. I just can't even wait to see what he comes out with there.
54, 74, 79.
Now, speaking of waiting to see what folks come out with, some pretty good scoring already here from these players. Dave almost in the 100s here through 4 visits.
83.
And Gilligan hot on his trail. So we see Dave has won the cork. We'll see if that
81.
becomes a long-term advantage for him in this match. Best of 12. Race to 7 if you want to win it, or these players can draw at 6 apiece. You've heard me say it before. I'll keep on saying it still.
100.
And no lack of power scoring here on finishes through 5 visits. It's incredible.
Oh,
Oh,
41.
no. Well, it could be worse leaves than 79. Will the 113 go? think it's 13 for. Oh, it was 93 left, so one to the treble 19 for double 16 was not going to go. Ooh, but does find the 54 to leave 32. Fantastic third dart. Pressure on the 79 here. Could go 18s, 20s here, double. Instead of one of the treble 20s route, did not find it.
27.
And then from 71, 19s? I don't know about that. Anyway, double 16 here for Gilligan for an opening break of throw.
Second dart.
Does find that tippy top corner just about where I put in my dart last night in the only dart I had at a double in my photo match against Congraw. Needed double 16. Needed 16. Double 8. And with my first dart, put it right where Mike just put that game shot. So that was cool. Just kidding, it wasn't. It wasn't cool at all.
58.
But we will pop up some of these averages here. My goodness, look at that. Now it's just through one, granted, but still
45.
real nice numbers there. And no tons are better there from Dave. However, plenty of 80-somethings, 90-somethings. Definitely finding the treble 20 with some good consistency in that opening
41.
leg.
$95.
So it was a solid 20 darter for Mike for that opening break.
$55.
$85.
That treble there potentially puts Dave in the driver's seat here in this leg. Putting some pressure on the Gilligan throw.
$60.
Dave has effectively taken the darts here, but he
40.
Perhaps has given them away, as that 40 will make it a bit difficult for him to get to a finish. Next visit will need a treble.
100.
Yeah, that's a painful third dart there from Gilligan.
$42.
$100.
Another punishing third dart.
$54.
Not too much pressure on this 77. Double 10 now. Double 7 or double 4? I think it's double 7. It was double 7, single 6
63.
found with that second dart. And the 140 isn't going to happen, so we'll see if Gilligan goes right at it or if he splits it.
60.
I suspect he's going to go right for that double 7 here, though. But solid turn there from Dave to get himself down to 80. Too little too late, however, as Gilligan gets through the door with a 23 dart hold of throw, completes the break up 2-0. However, there is momentum on both sides.
100.
Dave giving the old King Raj 100. Mike unable to respond in kind, so Dave with the darts and the scoring advantage here. Can he keep a hold of it and get his first leg on the board here in leg
36.
3? TBD. TBD.
$100.
60.
So if he's math aware, Dave is going to have to go 18s or the
60.
bull on this first dart. My money is on the 20s. Pay me.
85.
I wasn't sure if that was going to be 125. Good stuff with the 85 there, but just a lone treble for Mike here would be pretty punishing. I think that's pretty punishing.
100.
Yeah, not enough to get in checkout range, but enough to keep the pressure on Dave here. How about a maximum? Ah, well. And if I'm not mistaken, I want to say that Dave is throwing some asps.
84.
The flights certainly look like asps. Those barrels look a bit bomber-esque, like some asps.
25.
Wow, great first and third dart there from Mike. Just playing some relentless darts here.
60.
That's got to be so frustrating for Dave, who's got to be thinking, wow, I'm like playing really, really well. Tops he wants. Down to the double 10.
36.
Doesn't go a chance here. Should have at least one shot at a big double. Unless it all goes horribly wrong. $18 for the bullseye. And it goes horribly, horribly wrong.
28.
First start.
Had 3 at it, only needed 1, did Mike. And look at those numbers. Thrown to 71, first 9, 63 overall average for Dave, and has barely had a shot at a double. In fact, I'm not sure if he has.
81.
The power scoring for Mike is phenomenal. 7 low tons, many
Three.
of which are a 120 something or a 130 something. Winning these 3 legs in 20, 23, and 19 darts.
100.
Pumping up those low tons. Just not even letting Dave get a whiff. This is
60.
I mean, I've been on the receiving end of those sorts of darts before. It can be a little bit frustrating, especially when you just feel like you're playing solid, which Dave absolutely is.
45.
I definitely don't mind that thinking from 76 on that last leg. Dave going 16s, 48 would have left 28, and either
95.
the 8 or the 7 leave him with a potential bull shot with just hitting a big single. Unfortunately, he was not able to find that big 18 from 68. And then Mike came back and took out the double 10.
98.
And again, more trebles for Mike. 177 through 4 visits.
60.
We could almost argue that playing an opponent who's throwing his lights out as Gilligan is
99.
can almost be empowering or like liberating for your darts. Because if you feel like you're really not in the legs, you can just kind of throw freely without any stress or
39.
concern. You just say, hey, well, if he's going to hit these crazy numbers, like, what am I going to do? No need to go 16 for the Bulls here from 66. Wanted treble 10. Found treble 8, I think. Oh, misses the 8.
Bless it.
Wanted 8 for tops. I think he's going to be left on 32. So, yep, a happy... maybe it was just the... yeah, 48, the old 16-8 split.
100.
Well-timed ton there from Dave. However, probably too little too late. We'll see if he gets a stab at the 144. Ooh, that's a wall. That could be tough for Mike to work his way around. It is.
8.
Yeah, when you start stacking darts right outside that double 16, it can become very, very tough to find a line into it. Good
37.
look on the 25 there, trying to score at least 46 for that visit to get below 100. Good thinking there from Dave, just didn't connect with it. And this could get sloppy for Mike if he doesn't find this double 6. That could be a really good marker, though. Oh, finds
Well.
just on the wrong side of it. 60 for 40.
$37.
Is this going to get awkward for Mike? It could. Can he find himself atop that? Yikes, not even close. Double 3 under pressure now with Dave sitting on 70. And 17 is not going to get the job done. One more of those for tops. The first leg on the board. Oh, wow, what a
30.
great dart. Just high. Shaves the wire. Probably a metal-on-metal sound. Back to double 6, and the confidence is not gaining on the left side. I guarantee you that. Mike hates it when these legs get away from him like this. Yeah, there was no way around that double 3 there. That thing was all sorts of blocking unless you lob it in a big old parabola. Very tight on the double 20 for Dave.
Second dart.
And gets through the door. Yikes, so many chances at doubles there. And in the end, it's Dave getting the job done. First leg on the board, and it's a break a throw, which he needs. He'll need some more of those. And through 4, we've got these numbers. They've come down a bit on Dave's side, staying steady on Mike's
60.
side. Mid 60 overall, upper 60 first 9. Well, the power scoring a bit that leg. I think it was just the lone ton to open it up.
80.
But still plenty of 80-somethings.
$60.
So we'll see if these players are trending to longer legs or if that 29 darter was an aberration in the match.
$41.
$30.
So for any of you streamers out there watching this, there is a pre-release or a release candidate for the next version of OBS Studio.
81.
And what I'm excited about with that release is the ability to set transitions for sources, so you can toggle different fades
100.
between scenes and set the timings for those, but currently you cannot for sources themselves. So for example, when I pop up the match stats in this new release of OBS, we'll be able to fade that in a little bit more gradually. And of course, with Darts Atlas, I'm continuing to build out broadcasting features, and for the in person for the TV style scoreboards.
100.
All right, bunch of tons here coming in from Dave. So for the TV style scoreboards, we'll have slide outs and stuff like that for the side-by-side stats and leg counts. But as you can imagine, not much investment going into the in-person broadcast
83.
experience over these last 12 or 14 months now. But eager to get that going for sure.
43.
All right, can Mike make something magical happen here from 117? 17 for tops. Tops for a 117.
97.
Yeah, I couldn't tell. I thought that might have been a little bit low, and as soon as I heard that classic Mike, hi-ya, you know it isn't in there, and by that angle, it was certainly going to be low and not high.
52.
Pressure absolutely on this double 10, and we've seen Mike miss his way around the board already several times through a number of turns, in fact, and it's not starting off well. 5 remaining. Double 2.
16.
Should have 2 looks at it here, Dave, to complete the break. Oh no, misses the big number. Double 16. Way off. Oh,
44.
nervy. Wonder if he maybe rushed through that one. That pace seemed rushed. Yeah, that's the only word. I'll use it again. Deal with it. Oh no. It's like if they're not getting it done in 20, it's getting to 30.
No score.
First start.
Cleans it up with the 25 darter. All right, completes the break, gets the hold. Now down by just a single leg. Is this the comeback that Dave needs?
$100.
So we've had looks at some combination finishes, most notably that 117 for Mike that didn't go and that he was unable to clean up, which is certainly very frustrating.
$55.
Missed that 117 for an 18 darter, and then goes on to lose it in 25. Raise your hand if you feel seen.
60.
$83.
But
47.
I do not think that I don't know, maybe that 18 was intentional. Mike has not really been throwing flyers,
58.
so maybe he did want to leave 157. Better than 155, I guess. Oh, are we going to have a maximum here for Dave? Oh, way
140.
high. Oh, you could smell the adrenaline coursing through his veins there on that third dart. You know he wanted it. Dave, a notorious maximum shooter, has been known to throw more than his fair share here in the Quarantine League for many seasons, unable to connect on that occasion.
David.
Again, you're going to have to settle for a shot at the bull if you can find just a single 18. 50. Oh, not a bad look. Definitely pressure on this 97 from
37.
Mike.
That's right.
Treble 18 for double 12. We'll have to settle for a layup. So pressure on this 39 with Mike sitting on 40. What? Oh, it was a 3 and not a 19. Oh, my goodness.
Third dart.
Wow. Cleans it up. 19 left 20. The 10 left the double 5. And he makes that very difficult transition going all the way around the board. And we got a tie ball game here, and the advantage all of a sudden now is all Dave. The momentum, the last 3 legs, and the
41.
darts. What's he going to do with it? 21 darter there, righting the ships. Righting the ship. I think righting the wrongs. And then I just mixed the two up, and righting the ships came out.
Oh, 17.
That's the trend we like to see there.
30.
Just one leg going to 10 visits. One going to 9. The rest much better.
100.
Both players now still pushing 60 average.
$60. Oh my goodness.
Should move down to 19s here. He does. 84 leaves
84.
him on a clean 300. 140 leaves a nice 160. Good math awareness there from Mike.
100.
And I guarantee you he was not moving because of the blockage. That dude loves to throw into traffic. He doesn't care if there's 6 darts blocking the treble 20 bed and a windmill running in front of it. He'll still throw at it if it's the number that he
17.
wants. But as you know, this is City League,
100.
where you can go your own way. Go your own way.
$45.
And it's off. $59.
Well, fortunate there to find that treble 19, and with Mike way back at 238, Davis knows he'll have at least 3, if not 6, at this 111. It looks like it might be 6.
58.
It will be 6. Will he need him? Wow, good dart. 44 remaining. Can go 12. One goes 12, so sitting on 32 with
79.
Mike all the way back at 180. Really good visit there for Dave. Getting a little bit of the confidence in here. Getting over some of those demoralizingly good darts from Mike that would started off the match. Yeah, but here's Mike barreling back, putting the pressure on this double 16. And that's not a good first attempt. Not a good second attempt.
24.
Not a good third. Oh, that ton from Gilligan, I think, could have gotten into Dave's head. We'll see if Mike is able to clean up this 80. 20 for tops. Got to avoid the treble. Does so.
40.
Too high. 3 clear for 8 here. Down to the double 2. Up to the double 2.
4.
And it's all for naught. Surely this 40 is going to go for another break of the Weyland throw
First dart.
in 25. Dave not without chances that leg, just without the result. This is a tight one, as the stat line would have indicated coming into it. I did not pay much mind to that 2 and 7 placements for these players. I know full well what both of them are capable of putting in. And I think they are pushing themselves here into some really, really good stuff.
85.
85 of his own for Dave. So we'll see if that's a momentum shift, or if Dave can get some of that focus back,
60.
find himself some more double opportunities, and take them.
59.
45.
100.
Ah, 66.
Not what Mike wanted after finding that first dart in the heart of the top of the triple 20 bed.
60.
He had to have been thinking ton at worst. But as it is, Dave with the darts here now has taken the throw effectively away from Mike, which is critical as he was just broken with his
25.
darts. So we'll see if he can capitalize on this opportunity. It's going to take more than a bunch of treble fives, though.
35.
162 is not going to be in range. I know it wasn't a math awareness issue. It was just not finding the target, unable to correct that alignment, pulling those darts over to the left. Wonder if Wayne Martle would call it a
40.
issue of a late release. .25 would be a good target here. It
51.
was a good target. Again, excellent thinking, excellent use, attempted use of the bull there for Dave. 25 would have left him on 97, which is a much better look than the 102 that a 20 would have left there.
60.
Treble 18 would keep it on. Not a 1, however. Good dart, though, that will absolutely apply
65.
pressure to this 120. Trying to hit the 20s for the cycle and is not going to do it, finding a treble 1 with the first. 17 just to try to lay up tops here, but it's going to be Dave with the chance from 46.
80.
Going to 6-10 split. Does. 2 at tops. Oh no, 1 at double 10. Taking his time, taking a breath. Smart move.
26.
So now can Mike find this double 20 under pressure to complete his own re-break? A little bit low. No,
20.
chances is the word of the day.
First dart.
And there, Dave not wasting any more time, not missing any more dubs. Still no checkouts higher than a 40, which is shocking given the quality of this match.
100.
So much call and response here from these players. We saw them open with a pair of 85s earlier. I think there's been a couple legs where they've gone ton. Oh, and a nasty deflection there from Dave.
40.
Only able to use 2 darts there on his second visit. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him this leg. So another 9-visit leg, that last one, which is
45.
still a bit more than these players would expect to see from each other, from themselves. But good enough to get the job done. And good enough to keep it exciting and entertaining, too. I mean, it's still a
50.
rapid pace. It's still good darts to do it in 25. If I could throw in a bunch of 25 darters consistently, I wouldn't be mad about it. Nope, not one bit.
55.
Matt Crescent joining us in the chat. Welcome. Catching up on the action, seeing the averages, commenting on their niceness.
41.
Indeed. Going to have to be a ton 40 or better to set up a finish here from 301. Meanwhile, Dave will just need a ton to get himself to the big fish, and he will not have too much pressure here. Mike just 12 ahead, but against the darts.
46.
46 is not going to be that helpful.
God, 24.
It's interesting. Both these players are kind of loosening up or letting off at the same time.
32.
Just as one throws some, mid-20s or mid-40s something, the other seems to be responding in kind. I think these players very much playing off of each other. 19 for the bullseye should have been the route to leave himself a finish.
60.
64 would have left the big fish. 60 leaves a not finish, and you figure Dave is going to get here.
Oh, 41.
He is on a finish, 151. It's a downtown finish, but it's a finish nonetheless. What can Mike do here from way downtown? Should go back up to 20s here. All right, so a baby fish leave here
44.
for Mike.
30. Brutal.
One treble required. A little too late.
58.
20s or bull here. Now it's treble 17.
Oh my gosh, 29.
So Mike loves treble 12 from 72. I think finds a single 9. Indeed, one of the 13 to leave a bull shot. Sets
32.
up tops instead. Double 18, do it. Oh, nope. Stays on the 20s from 72.
Nope, 42.
Oh,
60,
that's not, I don't know.
7.
I don't know. I just don't know. Anyway, what I do know is Mike wants double 20 is a little bit high on his first one. Not
Second
on
dart.
his second, right in the heart of it. But another 10 dart, or 10 visit leg, excuse me. But that puts Mike in the lead here, up one leg. One more will guarantee him 1 point for the match. But he wants both of those points. He's trying to get to 7 legs. Dave needs to pick up at least 2, if not the next 3 legs.
80.
45.
Six.
55.
So we've got a little bit of a break before the Premier League resumes. I don't think there's any action.
40.
Oh, no, it does kick off next week, doesn't it, toward the end of the week? Well, that'll be good to get back into that swing. And then we've got more
45.
Players' Championship events, some more Super Series action, I think, scheduled for June and July, as well as some in-person stuff in the UK starting to become allowed, which I'm sure everyone over there is going to be excited about for the darts fans, getting some in-person events back up and running.
95.
95 leaves that bogey, a very unfortunate third dart, finding the fives outside of that 20 area.
85.
Mike was figuring he should be able to get a ton there and comes up short, but has time. Dave way behind here in this critical 10th leg. Well, at least he's out of bogey range now, Mike.
Great.
Just
23.
barely, though, but doesn't much matter as Dave needs better than a ton here. Ooh, and he might be fixing to get it. He has another trouble. I'm not sure if that switch up was for like a
81.
math thing or what, or maybe if that he felt like the 19's bed was getting blocked. Didn't really matter what treble he hit. Any high treble would have done the job. Wow, speaking of high trebles,
100.
fantastic job of threading the needle, just scooting that last dart over the first one.
Oh, keep it straight. 45.
Double 18 for the guaranteed point, and a 19 dart hold of throw is good.
Start.
All right, well, Dave's going to have to win both of these. But of course, there might not be a both.
40.
If Mike takes this one, it's game shot in the match to him at 7-4. Dave needs a hold here to stay alive in the match and have a chance at eking out a point for his efforts here tonight.
$81.
Speaking of eking out a point for your efforts tonight, I am tired. There's no segue there. It's actually not speaking of at all. I just
60.
just wanted to say it. Just wanted to say it.
$41.
$80.
22.
Last couple of legs, Dave's overall average has dropped a bit below that 60 area, but still very high.
81.
Mike's still trying to hang on to stay above 60s for his average. I think that's his new kind of target average for some of these matches. Is he's really trying to stick into those 60s on a regular basis, perhaps even push the first 9 into the 70s. He's certainly got the power scoring to do it. Those numbers
60.
just aren't higher due to a good bit of missed doubles, a number of turns that have gone scoreless or sub-20 scores
45.
in the doubling arena. But advantage fully here, still with Dave for this 11th leg. That is a must-win for him. So Mike, again, has guaranteed himself a point for the match, but can take both of them with one more leg.
40.
He will have 2 legs in which to do it, this being the first.
$59.
Don't think I like that one. I think I prefer 60s there to leave 135. So you can go bull on the first and get yourself down to a finish with only one double. I mean, with only one treble, excuse me.
Get. Oh, 41.
$60.
All right, that 76 lead definitely pressurizes this 116 here for Mike. And again, we've seen him miss a dart for the 117. Will we see him get a shot at the 116? Needs a treble 20 to do it. I do not think he gets it.
60.
Oh, shit.
15 for tops here for Dave. 55 remaining. Finds the big 15. And finds tops. What a great takeout for the 76 there under so much pressure. That dart absolutely had to go. Last leg decider time. Will it be both points to Mike, or will Dave eke out the split at 6-6? Averages still really good. Still very, very good. Power scoring is great for both these players. Less of a disparity in the power scoring in this match than in the overall season stats between these two. And Mike started out absolutely red hot on the trebles. And has since
45.
cooled down a little bit. I think the vast majority of those low tons were in the first 3 legs.
45.
Take a look at these dart counts here as we get going with this final leg of the match, final leg of the night. And we don't have many weeks left of this season of the Quarantine League. I need to check our calendar, because I also have a trip booked in a little bit, so that's probably not
85.
the best timing in the world. Yeah, it's actually not the worst timing in the
45.
world. But we'll see what we can do to make it happen. The season, regular season, officially ends May 16th. So we will see. We'll see about playoff scheduling.
55.
$140.
Fantastic darts there from Dave in this do or die leg. Needs to find a way to get 271 before Gilligan gets 316 in order to eke a point out. Will it be a maximum for Mike to set up a finish? It will. Awesome stuff from him. You couldn't have timed that better. Just as I was saying how great that 140 timing was from Dave, Mike goes in and throws a maximum from 316.
99.
So 6 darts for 136. Can he set it up or even take it out clear off? It'll have to be a setup. I think he just needs 16 here to leave tops.
96.
Another 140 would be perfect. At least a ton, you figure.
58.
58 is not going to put too much pressure on this double 20. Will it be the first dart? Will it be the second dart, and will it use that marker?
Second.
Yes and yes.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
You had to do that in the last
Good
leg.
stuff. Great stuff from both of these players. Will you look at that? In the end, Dave is able to get across the 60 average. Again, I just need to look into the stupid match summary page. I think I keep on realizing that the first 9 isn't showing up, and I just never remember James Gilligan joining us here. I think he was watching that match, saying nice. Yeah, really, really good numbers here from both of these players. Great power scoring, good averages, better first 9s. We'll take a look at what that means for the standings here. So, first of all, Yeah, the booth cam is still working again too. I think I've diagnosed the problem. It is the iPhone, the final cable connection into the phone, I think, that is geeking out. So I got to throw out some cables, get some new ones. Anyway, Mike, with that clear win, joins Raj at the top with 13 points. However, is a good bit below in that leg differential, which is the first tiebreaker after the points. You see Raj at plus 27, Mike 8 behind at plus 19. Meanwhile, Dave doesn't move, so sits tight in that 7 spot. However, you see number 6 there, Dale Hofstetter, is in the middle of a match himself right now, which if you subscribe to his YouTube channel, I believe you can find on there. I don't know what the numbers are, so I don't know if they are embroiled or not, or if they're just playing. But either way, potential implications for playoff races coming out of that one. So that'll do it for us for tonight. As always, thank you all for tuning in, and hope to see you next time whenever we get these next rounds of matches scheduled. And again, we're getting pretty close to the grind time. I think it's just 2 or 3 weeks left here of the regular season, and then we'll be going into the playoffs, which will be very exciting. And of course, we have these 3 divisions, so a bunch of promotion and relegation implications up and down. But in this A division format, the A division matches just playing for the championship, no promotion, just relegation and just championship contention. Yep, thanks. Catch y'all next time. Cheers.